Hey there guys, welcome to another video. This is the latest one that I'm going to be doing on Rabbit Holes and Rodeos, and this one is going to talk about how I kind of made the decision to choose doing a part-time MBA as compared to a full-time one. And in case you're on that journey, do watch till the end. I'll give some tips around how I went about making that decision, and yeah, hopefully it's helpful for you as well. So just to start out, essentially, it's like one of those Shakespearean quotes. So it's like to be a part-timer or not to be. And when you're kind of thinking of it from that particular lens, one of the biggest things you need to kind of think of is what are the advantages and what are the trade-offs of kind of going on this particular journey. And I think, like, when I went on this journey, there were a lot of factors that were kind of going in favor of doing a part-time MBA. If you haven't seen my previous video, I actually do talk about how I'd actually shifted geographies, I'd shifted industries. So all the inherent drivers of doing a full-time MBA, they were not really prevalent or existent for me. But if you're someone who's looking to make that transition in terms of shifting industries or moving to a foreign country, or for that matter, even just taking a career break and just focusing full-time on like having a good time for like 18 or 24 months, then doing a full-time MBA makes like absolute complete sense. The reason I also say that is that one of the factors that you will realize when you're comparing full-time versus part-time MBAs is that you already do need to be in that particular city or country where you're looking to do your degree. So for instance, I was in Singapore, and then signing up for a part-time MBA was a lot easier as compared to if I would have been in India and then decided I want to do a part-time MBA in Singapore. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that I would like to say is that I kind of thought of this in a very movie-ish way. So one of the ways to actually think of this is that you can actually learn the concepts similar to how Neo kind of learns them in the Matrix, and then apply them every single day at work. But then at the same time, you can't really explore different careers like Forrest does in Forrest Gump, right? Like, what you are actually going to be end up with is you're going to end up being stuck with the same kind of, broadly the same kind of industry or career that you had before you started doing a part-time MBA. I think one of the other advantages is that you save a lot of money. So for a few dollars more, if you were spending money, it's not going to be very advantageous. And essentially you already have those costs which you were paying previously, so it's not a big dent on you, apart from the fact that you've got to pay the academic tuition, and we'll talk about the tuition in subsequent videos. The other advantage or the disadvantage that you do get is that your existence is pretty much like Groundhog Day. So you're kind of like living the Bill Murray life, and you're kind of like stuck in that same loop. So wake up at 7, go to work, rush out from work at like 5:36, make it to class, which could range anywhere between 2 to 4 or 5 days, do those assignments on the weekends. You don't have time for social gatherings. All you are actually what you end up really doing is you end up just like coming back home, passing out on the couch most of the days, and so on. So that's something that that is kind of like a drawback to this particular thing. I think the other advantage is that you can Mad Max Fury Road your career growth. So one of the biggest advantages of doing an MBA is that people start looking at you differently. Your leaders kind of think of you very differently. So what it does is it does elevate your persona, and it also elevates your career. What it doesn't do when you do a part-time MBA is that it puts you in a position of making career switches or industry switches very hard. So it's like Die Hard Year One, if I may say so. Cheesy joke. Yeah, and I mean, like, if you really were to think of it, I think those are the broad advantages, disadvantages that you will have when you're kind of going on that journey. The final thing is that, Seinfeld kind of says this in one of his episodes, that the road less traveled by is less traveled for a reason. And I think that's really important when you're kind of thinking of doing a part-time MBA. No, it's not something that's meant for everyone. There's a lot of factors that are at play. So I think it's important to kind of think about your career progression, how you kind of think about it. What are your dreams and aspirations? How does doing a part-time MBA fit in with those? What are your finances like? How are you positioned if you were to do a full-time degree? It's really important to speak to previous cohorts, reach out to people who've done the part-time MBA. What are the kind of advantages that they've experienced, or the disadvantages or trade-offs that they had? And then finally, it's really important that you map your individual aspirations and careers with doing a full-time MBA and then at the same time doing a part-time MBA, and that will actually help you kind of choose which of these is a better option out of the two. If you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Let's kind of like take the follower count up. The other thing is that all of what I've just said in this particular video is also available in the form of LinkedIn posts as well as a PDF document. If you want to like check that out, the link is in the description, so please do check it out. Until next time, have a great day. See you guys. Bye bye.